Okay everyone, so we've got DigitalOcean droplet spun up and our user configured. We've got a domain set up and configured, and we've got LAMP installed on our DigitalOcean droplet. The final thing I would highly recommend doing for the security of your software, the security of your application, the security of your WordPress website, and the confidence of the customers visiting your website is install an SSL certificate. We've purchased that in the previous video, and now we're going to install that. So to do that, first you're going to open a terminal and you're going to go to the server that you've configured. Open a terminal, SSH, your name at your domain. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is generate a CSR. This is a certificate signing request. This is going to initiate the SSL on the server. Type OpenSSL req-new key RSA :2048 -nodes -key out. And then the name of the file should probably be the name of the server. I'm going to call it my server name. .key -out your server name .csr. The CSR is the file we're generating. Enter your country name, your state, your city, your organization, your organizational unit name. Doesn't have to be filled out. Common name, this is your domain name. Make sure you spell it exactly. And your email address. For a challenge password, I usually don't enter this, but if you want to be extra secure, you can do this. And optional company name is not required. Now if you list your directory contents, you should see a key and a CSR. Next, log into Namecheap. Go to product list. You'll see a positive SSL certificate that you purchased in the previous video listed there. Click activate. Now we're going to enter the contents of the file that we just generated from our server. Go back to your terminal and type cat your CSR. Copy the contents, including begin certificate request and end certificate request, to your clipboard and paste it into the text box. Click next. Use any other server. This is a very important step. For confirm that you own the domain, there's 3 different options. For email, you could choose postmaster@studio3bwordpressdemo.xyz. However, I do not have an email configured for that domain. For HTTP based, you can upload a file to a certain directory and it will scan that directory and find the file. And for DNS based, you can create a CNAME record in the control panel. This is the method I'm going to choose. Click next. Enter your admin email. Instructions will be sent to your email. Click submit. Next, on positive SSL for your domain, click Get CNAME Record here. Once you've received this screen, click Get Record. This is something you're going to have to enter in the networking part of DigitalOcean. Go to the DigitalOcean, log in again, go to networking, and go to your domain. Next, copy the host name from the CNAME information. Go to networking and go to CNAME tab. Enter the host name. Then go back to the Namecheap screen and copy the target. For is an alias of, paste in the target that they were given on the Namecheap screen. Click create record. Now go back to the Namecheap screen, click done. Click done on the SSL screen. Notice now the status says active. Next, click download. Notice you downloaded a zip. Next, if you don't already have it, install FileZilla. It's a file transfer program. If you already have it installed, run FileZilla. Log into your server. Upload the zip file that was downloaded to the server. You can close FileZilla now. Go back to the terminal and list the contents of your directory. You should see Studio WordPress Demo xyz.zip. Next, unzip the Studio 3B WordPress Demo xyz zip, which will be called the domain name that you chose. Sudo apt install unzip. Now you can unzip the file. Listing your directory contents, you should see a CRT and a certificate bundle in the directory. Next, go to your Apache configuration directory. Etsy, Apache 2, sites available. Sudo edit your default configuration using Vim or Nano. For server admin, enter your email address. For document root, enter the WordPress document root. Let's exit out of this file. You need to move your domain CRT, your private key, and your chaining file to a directory that's accessible from Apache. cd to etc SSL, sudo make directory, your server name, cd to that directory. Next, copy the files from your home directory to this directory. Your domain name, .crt, your key, and your chaining file. List the directory contents. You should have 3 files, a key, a certificate, and a CA bundle. Next, cd back to your configuration directory. cd etc apache2, sites available. Sudo vim default-ssl.conf. Now you need to put the files that you've copied to your directory into this configuration file. SSL certificate file is your CRT. Your key file is the name of the key file you generated. And don't forget your chaining file. Next, exit out of your editor. What we need to do is link to the sites enabled directory, the sites available configuration file in sites available. cd to etc apache2 sites enabled, and then do sudo ln-s up one directory, sites available, default-ssl.conf. Also make sure the firewall is open on ports 443. Sudo ufw allow https. Finally, enable SSL on Apache. Sudo a2 nmod SSL. There, congratulations, you've gotten configured with SSL on your server. Notice that you have the lock icon in the top left corner of your browser, and connection is secure. Next, what we want to do is redirect all traffic from HTTP to HTTPS. To do this, go back to sites available and edit the default configuration, sudo vim 000-default.conf. Next, type in the following code. Also, make sure the server name is configured in your config file. Also, add the server name to the SSL configuration file. Also, make sure your host name is configured properly. Sudo hostname ctl set-hostname, your host name. Enable the rewrite module. Sudo a2 nmod rewrite. Finally, restart Apache. Sudo systemctl restart Apache 2. Now if you go to the HTTP location in your browser, it automatically redirects to SSL.